Yes, yes, yes. Let's go live. Woo, 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 woo. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh, geez, Louise. Gotta turn it down. No. Okay. Oh, man. I knew there was something I was forgetting. So let's start over. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Liindy's Treehouse. And I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification, don't miss the show, and hit that like button. And I forgot to turn the volume down on my phone. See, there's always something. I was so focused to make sure everything, cross all my T's, as the saying goes, make sure everything's lined up where it's supposed to be. And I knew there was one thing that I forgot, and that was to turn my volume down. But anywho, I have some of my chatters in the house right now. We got Scooby-Doo, and Scooby-Doo, you get the hammock. I add a hammock to my to my treehouse because it's summer, right? So it'd be fun. So I bought a hammock for the hammock, however you want to say it. You know me, I got my own language. And yes, I bought a hammock, and so I said hammock. I'll never get it right. So yeah, Scooby-Doo and lovely Munchkin is in the house tonight. And Bill H is at a fly-in, but I'm going to write him down anyway, just because. And then Cowboy, he's here. Cowboy John, welcome. He's cutting the grass right now. Mowing the grass, he said. I'm mowing the grass, but I'm listening. So I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm just really stoked for tonight. I love Thursdays. I love having y'all here. Welcome, viewers, my lurkers, my chatters, everybody, my viewers. Will Fly's in the house. What's up, Will Fly? I'm going to write down Will Fly's in the house. I know he was hanging around the treehouse somewhere, so I knew he would be here. John said spent last weekend flying and wrenching Bill's H's. And wrenching at Bill H's. Cool. I know you guys are buds. I love it. You got to have a bud. Everybody needs a buddy. So I think that's really cool, you guys. You guys are buddies. I love it. Like I said, everybody needs a buddy. You need a buddy in life. Miss Molly, she's my buddy. She's my bestie. She's my everything. I don't think she's crashed out in the bedroom tonight, I guess, because I gave her some special treats, if you know what I'm saying. So she was playing hard and everything, and now I think she's just she decided to crash out. So anyway, I'm just, like I said, I'm really happy to be here. I'm always speechless, which is really unusual for me. On those who know me, I'm rarely speechless. Let me tell you. What is it like to have a buddy? Will Fly, you don't have a buddy? Remember that commercial where it came out, My Buddy, right? He goes where I go, my buddy. And it's one of those dolls. Remember the Buddy doll? Back in the day or whatever? They're really cute. I remember that. What's it like to have a buddy? I just love that. I got a lot to talk about tonight. We've got a lot of things going on to start the show. I wrote down my chatters, and we're going to give away a pair of foodie socks. I call them foodie socks tonight. pair of foodie socks. And I'm going to order some koozies, and I'm going to give a koozie away one every week next month, for the month of July, because we're going to celebrate the 250th anniversary, right, of America. So I was looking on Amazon, and they got some really cool koozies on there. So, and they're really inexpensive too. So I'm gonna order some, and so I can give them, give one away each week for the month of July. And that'd be fun, and celebrate the 4th of July all month. So, which people do anyway, right? With the fireworks, they keep them going, like, seems like forever, for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I'm like, okay, 4th of July's over, you can stop it. But I'm going to be able to see the fireworks from my big windows this year, which I'm super excited. Last year, all I could do was hear, listen. I could hear the booms everywhere, but I couldn't really see much of the fireworks. Besides, maybe people shooting them off, like, the next block or something like that. I could see it over the trees. But so we're going to kind of get into the show tonight. It's kind of bittersweet. I don't even know where to begin. So I'm just going to start with the opening, because we have a lot to cover tonight. We really do. I've got all my notes ready. I'm just going to, kind of wait for people to come hang out, jump in the chat tonight, because we do have a lot of stuff to talk about. And we're going to do like everything summer, because summer, it's June 4th, and it's my 101th show, right? And also, this is the month, my anniversary is this month for doing my show for 2 years already. And that's this month. And it might even be today that I did started my show, my very first show. I thought it was June 4th, 2 years ago, when Robert, my son, who used to do paraglidingtalk.com, and he got so busy, and he did it for 4 years. He did that live stream, and he did an awesome job. And so when he decided to quit, I know I told a story before, but anybody who's just listening, just jumping in and hasn't heard the story yet. So everybody kept asking, who's going to do Thursday nights? And then my lovely daughter-in-law and I were talking one day, and she said, hey, why don't you do it? And I was like, me do a live stream? No way. So you never, and look at me now, right? You never know what you're capable of. You really don't. And sometimes you just need that one person. And my daughter-in-law, she is like my buddy. She really is. You just need that one person to push you and encourage you. And we'll fly. Time does sure fly. It sure does. Boy, oh boy, tell me about it, right? Tell me about it. So here I am. I took over Thursday nights, and I love it. I really enjoy, just touching base with everybody, right? Because if I didn't do this show, I would lose track of everybody and how everybody's doing and all that stuff. So, what is the happenings here? Everything's been really good. My life I'm very blessed. I went to, I had my little bus pick me up yesterday, and I went to the Bayfront, because you probably saw it on Facebook, but I called the bus like about noon. I got what do you call it? Like a wild hair up my butt, as I used to call it. And it was like, I was like, man, I think I'm going to call the bus and have me run me up to the Bayfront. So they did. They squeezed me in or whatever, because, it was kind of the last minute, but the dispatchers, the gals are like, so dropping my pencils, so super awesome, And so, so they dropped me off around 1:15-ish or whatever, and said, we'll be back for you at 3:00. And I said, cool. And I walked around the whole Bayfront, and it was only 77 degrees. Beautiful. But I was so excited, and I'm walking, and I'm kind of singing, and then I forget, the gnats are really bad this year too, the gnats. And all of a sudden, it was like some out of a movie. I was like, ah. I'm like, oh my God, I just ate a bug. I literally spit it out. I literally spit the bug out of my mouth, the gnat out of my mouth. I felt it like hit my throat. And I was like, oh my God, it's horrible. And I'm like, well, I better keep my mouth shut while I'm walking. Or let's see, what Will Flies, it looks like June 6th, 2024 was when you did your first show. Thank you, Will Fly. That's about right. Yeah, so close enough, right? Thanks for those facts. Yes. Yeah, June 6th. How crazy. Can everybody put birthday cakes in there for Walter? Walter just had a birthday and we missed it. So happy birthday, Walter. So put some birthday cakes in the chat, in the chat for Walter if he's listening. Yeah, he just had a birthday and I totally missed it. But all in all, I had a really good day yesterday. And yeah, it was a real nice walk. And there wasn't really a whole lot of people, and I got some really nice pictures because, I love to do that. I love to take pictures of nature and all that. And it's very soothing, kind of meditate, just thank the good Lord for my life and everything, There you go. Will Fly put it in the chat. Happy birthday, Walter. He usually jumps in at the last minute, huh? Because, well, in Australia, right, it's already tomorrow. So he's just waking up. It's morning over there right now. So, yeah, he's just waking up or having lunch, right? And then another note, there's so many things. Did you hear there was an earthquake in Las Vegas? Yeah, 4.1 earthquake. And I saw Angela. Angela was on Facebook and she says, oh my gosh, she was just about jumped out of her chair and her dog was barking. And there was a whole lot of shaking going on in Vegas. If Elvis was singing, that whole lot of shaking going on, right? That's scary. That's scary because Robert being in California, right? Yeah, it's always in the back of my mind that this happened. But we're going to get started here because, like I said, I have a lot of things to read and everything. But I want to do my little opening for y'all because last week we celebrated my 100th show, and so many people showed up to celebrate with me, and it just warms my heart. I love you all, love y'all bunches, and I couldn't do the show without you. Absolutely not. So I'm going to read something really quick. Okay. All right. So I can't believe we're already at live stream number 100 together. So that was last week, but I wanted to read this because I wanted to read this last week and I forgot. From the first time that I hit go live to this very moment, you've been here, chatting, laughing, sharing stories, and making the little treehouse feel like home. Thank you for celebrating this milestone with me. Whether you've been here since day one or just joined the Treehouse crew recently, every single of you made this possible. Your support, your kindness, and your energy mean more than I can put into words. Here's to 100 more streams filled with good vibes, cozy chats, and all the fun we can squeeze in. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Big hearts. So this goes out to all of you. Big group hug. I love you bunches. And yeah, I haven't heard from Walter. I don't see him on Facebook much either. But last week he snuck in like right when we were getting ready to close the show last week. So, but I just want to say I wanted to read that to thanking my viewers. I really appreciate everybody. Will Fly said, remember the 5.8 around Washington, D.C. back in 2011. Oh, yeah, the earthquake. Yeah, well, Utah had an earthquake today, too, 3.1 or something like that. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So, and I want, like I said, I just wanted to read that thank you to everybody. And I welcome all my chatters. Just come on in, take a seat, grab a drink out of the fridge in the treehouse. I've got in the freezer, I've got popsicles for y'all and all kinds of things for summer. Lemonade, iced tea, excuse me. It's all in there in the fridge. And you get, and the rest of you get the bean bag. Actually, Scooby, he can either have the, excuse me. He can either have the lazy boy or he can have the hammock. So whatever's more comfortable for him. And then all the bean bags are set out there in the tree house. And so, yeah, Scooby was the first one in the chat. So he can have the hammock or he can have the lazy boy, whatever he feels comfortable doing, right? And I got my little mascots are all with me here tonight. So I'm going to show them real quick. You know, we got the Pillsbury Doughboy, which I absolutely love. He's like one of my favorites, right? Then we got my little koala, my little Aussie. He's so cute, right? My little Aussie koala bear. All right, because I got to introduce everybody. And this is one of my favorites too, Hard Rock Cafe from Detroit. This is kind of vintage. I know you probably all saw this already. Let's see, Scuba says, I'll put the hammock over the lazy boy. Okay, all right. Let's see. I'm trying to follow the chat here. Let's see what it says here. There's something came up on here. I have to wait. I have to move I'm waiting for the thing to catch up on my phone because it's delayed. Something said, old Chinese under, ain't no time or energy for us anymore. Well, who's this? What's this? Let's see. Didn't Walter give you a koala? Yes. What was that last comment? I missed it. There was something weird. There was something else that came on the comment on my laptop, but I missed it. Yeah, Walter gave me that big koala. Yes, you did. So then we have the Hard Rock Cafe, Detroit, right? Pretty cool. And then, and we've got Bob Evans, you know, the chicken, right? Bob Evans, yes. My little, he's so cute, my little mascot. And then I brought Joe Cool out. Joe Cool's out. I'm going to spend time with us this summer. So he's got his little glasses on, right? I mean, how cute is that, right? We got Joe Cool, yes. And then we have Positive Pooh, right? I call him Positive Pooh. There he is, yes. And I think I got everybody. I don't think I forgot anybody. No, they're all kind of lined up here, you know. The treehouse is all about using your imagination and everything. And then we have, of course, Joey Logano, Joey Bear. He's here every week, right? My little Home Depot bear. He's just the cutest ever. And then because, you know, I retired from Home Depot, so it's very close to my heart. And then we have little Joey Bear. This could be Joey Bear, it could be Tony Bear. So it's hard to say. I don't remember. That might have been Tony Stewart, the bear or whatever. So there you go. Welcome. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Liindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what else? Subscribe, hit the like button. And what else? Hit the notification so you don't miss the show, right? So I always wanted to build the little world tucked between the branches, where nostalgia lingers in every corner, a place where imaginations can run free and childhood dreams finally found their way home. So I built a treehouse where everyone has a place to go to forget about this crazy world for a while. Yes. I've missed something. There was something that came up in the chat. Did anybody see it? I missed it because my chat on my laptop moves fast, and I was looking on my phone, but it didn't really come up on my phone. There was just something on there. Did you guys see anything? Because I might have missed it, because I don't want to miss anybody if somebody jumped in the chat tonight. And let's see. Okay, so I added a hammock to the treehouse and string lights. So I have nice string lights for the summer, right? And then all the popsicles and watermelon, all that stuff is, in the fridge. So you can have that. And remember those ice cream push-ups? Remember the push-ups, those orange push-ups? So good, right? Who would have known they were going to eat, like, I remember we were talking about this a while back, that we have push-ups out of a toilet paper roll, right? An empty toilet paper roll, the push-ups, the orange push-ups. So good. So I'm cruising through all my notes here. So let's see, we already talked about my show, right? And so we already took care of that. And so we're going to leave that there. And then we said happy birthday to Walter. We got that. All right. And I went to the Bayfront, got all my cute cards here. That's what I do. On another note, kind of a sad day, really a sad day. We lost another parapeep today, like at midnight. Jordan Shealy, he passed away from his injuries last night. And it's really heartbreaking. We're going to have a moment of silence too. Jordan Shealy was a friend to everybody. And I got to meet him at Torchport 2024. And I have a picture on Facebook, and he's the gentleman that was in the back of us, of the group, with Keith and Kat, and Brock was on there, and then Joe Adele. And what happened was, apparently he spun the glider, right? Because he was known for acro, doing crazy acros. He spun the glider, got tangled in the lines, and fell from over treetop height, which was out there, over treetop height out there, which was over 60 feet. So it is very sad. But he was so young too. But he's not suffering anymore. And if he would have survived, Lord knows what condition he would have been in, right? But that's a chance you take, you get up in the air. And I mean, look at me. I went on three tandems, and you don't know, anything could happen up there, right? Not that we weren't doing any crazy acros or anything, but anything could happen. And I just thank the good Lord that nothing did happen, that he did give me that chance to get up in the air, right? And which that was very life-changing, right? But yeah, my heart hurts today. It really does. Jordan, we love you. Fly high, buddy. Fly high. And we hate to see, lose anybody like that. We'll fly. Remember Dustin Apgar, 2023. He was doing low acro at the time. I think at Salton Sea, if I remember. And he crashed, right? And he passed away. He used to, remember he was on Sean, on Sean's show, whatever, on Clear Prop TV. Remember we had him as a guest, and very nice guy. And not long after that, right, when he was on the show, maybe the following year, whatever, maybe a few months later, he crashed. And he used to fly with his dog all the time. And thank God the dog wasn't with him that day. But sadly, that's how he passed too. He hit, he was doing a low acro, and Yeah. So all my pair peeps out there, I know that Wendy Weaver's flying right now. She's in the air. Bill H is in the air. Please be careful, my friends. Please be careful out there. It's not worth it. You know, it's not worth to lose your life. It really isn't. Like I said, I'm gonna put some hearts, purple hearts in here for on my phone for Jordan. And if anybody wants to do that, yeah, yes. I'm scrolling down on my see, some came up on my chat and it went away. So I'm wondering, I'm thinking maybe YouTube might have blocked it or something. There was something really strange popped up on there in the maybe I was seeing things. I don't know. But yeah. So we already know about the Las Vegas, right? And we're getting to the bottom here. What's a food that used to be reasonably priced but now super expensive? What's a food that used to be reasonably priced but now super expensive? It's like everything, right? I'm gonna say lunch meat. Lunch meat. Us seniors, I hate to say us seniors, but we like our sandwiches. We like our lunch meat. And just for a family pack, because I like Oscar Mayer lunch meat, the rotisserie brand, whatever, Oscar Mayer lunch meat. That's the only lunch meat I eat. And for the family pack, it's like $8. $8 for a family pack of lunch meat. Yeah, coffee is expensive too. Yeah, coffee's expensive. I love my coffee, you know, every afternoon, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I got to have my iced coffee, you know. So July, it'll be 4 years that I quit drinking. So pretty big accomplishment, pretty big, for 4 years, you know, that I did it. I did it. And there's no turning back now because God's been blessing me and I'm loving life right now. And, you know, life is too short as it is. But yeah, you're right. Well, it's like coffee, and then hamburger, right? Hamburger used to be pretty reasonable. You could buy a pound of hamburger, for $5 or $4 or something. And now a pound of hamburger is like 13. It's insane. It really is. It's absolutely crazy. So, yeah, we're moving right along. I've got all my notes here, and we're going to be talking about some different things. I'm just so happy that you're all here tonight. We got Scooby-Doo and Munchkin. Bill H is flying. Cowboy's here, and we'll fly. Thank you so much for joining the chat. And anybody else that's, anybody else that's watching, that's lurking, my viewers and everything, I really appreciate my subscribers, my old and new subscribers. My views are going up. Last week, I had a bunch of views. And Scuba says, a friend saw my last video and now wants to fly. Supposed to fly from home Saturday. Just me. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Okay. A friend saw my last video and now wants to fly. Supposed to fly from his home. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He's going to fly from his home? Oh, my goodness. That's crazy. That is crazy. Wow. I think that's really cool that Robert can, he can launch right from his property, my paraglider. And believe me, it's always in the back of my mind when he goes, when I know he's up in the air, even though he doesn't do any crazy stuff. Still, the air has been so twitchy lately. You don't know, I even did a little chatted. I chatted with Fly Baby Fly yesterday. And I DM'd him, and because he did three SIVs already. Yeah, your Dankies did me, not him. Oh, okay. Okay. I gotcha. Gotcha, Scooby. Jordanky. Your Dankies. Yeah, yes. I chatted with him because he did he's already done 3 SIVs. God bless him, right? We had a really nice conversation. He's doing good. And I told him, stop by the show some night. And, when he's out there flying all day and he takes his daughter up and everything, he said it's real tiring. And I get it. Cancer sucks. Okay. I'm going to say it right now. Cancer sucks. And you can put it in the chat too. You can put F cancer. Okay. F cancer. Will already knows about my ex-husband, Robert, and Ryan's dad. He had that skin cancer and he was in remission, pretty much. And he was doing really good. And now they found a spot on his lung and they found a spot on his brain. So, it's scary. It's really scary. And he's pretty strong, I just, you just got to pray, got to pray for him. It is the boy's dad, and I would never put anything, I wouldn't wish that cancer on anybody, It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. So I know I don't want to be all depressed tonight or whatever, but this is what the show's about, right? It's about life, and things happen. And Will Fly said, my mom passed away from kidney cancer. Cancer sucks. Yes. My second ex, his granny, I took care of. I was her caregiver. My second husband or whatever. Granny lived with us, and I was her caregiver, and she lived with us for 5 years, and she passed away from colon cancer. So, it eventually, it went to her lungs and everything else. And yes, but I have to say, yes, cancer sucks. And just prayers, prayers, because, yeah, my ex-husband's the boy's dad's going to need it. He's going to need a lot of prayers. So that's why I'm very thankful for my health. And when I walked around the Bayfront yesterday, I was just really just thinking about everything and about life. And, my other friend that goes to, I feel like she's my friend. I haven't met her yet, but she was going to Robert's church, my son Robert's church, and she had been in remission from cancer for years, and it finally came back, and she passed away today. So it's been a rough day. So just say your prayers and thank the good Lord. Take care of your health. Get those checks. Get those checks, whatever. For the girls, the buddy checks, and get your mammograms, and the men, all the things that have to be done. Use your sunscreen. Because the 2 years ago, remember I had the skin cancer on my nose, remember, and they caught it just in time, and I had no idea it was even there. I thought it was a mole that was on my neck that was bad, that was like there's something going on, and it wasn't even the mole. It was, and I went to have a mole check on my neck, and come to find out it was on my nose. It was the redness on my nose. So what I went through 2023, it was very painful. And I can't imagine what my ex-husband, what he's going through to have it on his head, but growing up, he loved to hunt, fish, did all things that guys do. And, it happens. So thank you all for being here tonight. And thank you all for being understanding. I don't want to get everybody all depressed, but like I said, this show is about life, and all this, it's scary. Cancer's scary, yes. But and even like, okay, so I'll tell you, even when I was on the bus yesterday, take my little bus or whatever, and the little bus I take, you have to be 60 or over to take the bus, or if you have any disabilities or whatever. Okay, so I'm way beyond the 60 zone. But that he had to pick up somebody from the dialysis, and I just said a prayer. We pulled up, and a gentleman got on the bus from the dialysis, and I kind of looked out the window, and I saw some people just sitting out there waiting for their rides, and they just look so sad. So I just it humbles you, and I said a prayer. I said a prayer for them. Because it just made me sad. But then it made me feel so fortunate that at my age I have that I have the health, have good health. And you don't know how long that's going to be around either, right? But I try to take care of myself as much as I can. Get out on that bike, get out there and walk, do your exercise, get some exercise, whatever works for you, whether you walk, treadmill, or go on the bike. Do those things to keep you moving. Next week, I'm going to call the bus next week and set up some bus rides back to the, get some vitamin D, get to the bayfront for an hour, walk around the bayfront. Just get out there in the sunshine and all that. It's so healthy. So, like I said, I love you. I love y'all. And prayers to everybody that's going through this. And cancer sucks. It does. But we're going to go ahead and go with new news to me. Because, I always do the new news to me. So we're going to have some kind of crazy, funny stories. I'm kind of all over the place with this tonight, but that's okay. That's okay. And yeah, your Danky's doing good. Yeah, I went on that one there when I talked to him, and he did an SIV with Andy Fuller, and I think he's got a video out too. So he's such a sweetheart. He really is. I just love that family. So if you're listening, your Dankies, I love ya. I love your family. You're awesome, dude. Keep doing what you love, right? Keep doing what you love. He's an awesome pair of peep. And y'all like family to me. You really like family to me. So, okay. So, all right, let's get started. The title of this is Authentic Mountain Air. A woman in Montana went viral for selling sealed mason jars labeled as Morning Glacier. I don't know did you hear about this? Okay, so she was selling sealed mason jars labeled as Morning Glacier or Authentic Mountain Air for $22 each. She marketed them as premium alpine oxygen, meant to be opened during emotional emergencies. Well, the roadside booth was eventually shut down by local authorities due to permit issues. So that's pretty funny, very ingenious, but people do that. So the concept of selling packaged air is primarily a novelty acting as a gag gift, a humorous souvenir or highly luxury item for those willing to pay for convenience and humor. So have you seen any of that? The canned air, have that air, like not canned air. Canned air, that's you use that on your computer to clean your computer keys and stuff. The jar, put the air in the jar, right? And you open it up and smell the mountain air, and then you feel a lot better. So I'm going to start selling jars of happiness, right? When you get depressed or whatever, just open up that jar and you feel happy right away. That's what I say. That's what I say. So, yeah, you can pretty much, I guess that's the thing right now. So I just thought that was really funny. I thought I would share that story with you. I thought that was really cute. you know, the mountain air. I didn't put a whole lot of stuff here, like as far as like new news to me, but I have a big thing here. It's called Everything You Wanted to Know About Mr. Potato Head, but Were Afraid to Ask. For some reason, I don't know why Mr. Potato Head came in there, but we are going to, the reason I'm getting to this is, okay, a Singapore teenager set a Guinness World Record by assembling a Mr. Potato Head in just 4.63 seconds. Typically comes with 13 parts and pieces in total of one potato body, okay, with a built-in tater tush. Yeah, I love that. I love saying that. Hey, tater tush. That'd be funny, huh? If you call somebody a tater tush. I love it. With a built-in tater tush compartment on the back for easy storage. So that little part on the back, you know, where you can put all the little parts, you open up. It's called a tater tush. I love that. I love that. I think that's really funny. Let's see. John said, Cowboy said, I've seen pet rocks and bottled water. Who knew? There you go. There you go. Yeah. What about those pet rocks? Yeah, pet rocks. I remember that. And the bottled water. Yeah. Who knew that was all going to start, right? What do they call those? I was thinking in a little package of candy. Pop rocks? Pop rocks, right? Right? Pop rocks, right? And you put them in your mouth and it go, they have that funny sensation or whatever, pop rocks. Wasn't that it? And they came in a little package. I remember the boys, when we had our little farm, the boys would give them to the chickens, give them pop rocks. And it was pretty hilarious. I think I said it right. John knows. He would know. The pop rocks. And yeah, they invisible dogs. Even oxygen in a can now. Oh, yeah. You're right. When there is oxygen, yeah, they do sell that. When Ryan and Leslie, you know, went on their vacation and they went to California and Arizona, the altitude was so different, right, than here. And they were pretty nauseous a lot of the times. And yeah, my daughter-in-law, my other daughter-in-law, Robert's wife said that you can go to the store and you can buy the canned oxygen. So that's what they did. And it seemed to help. And then also they bought some electrolytes. They took some electrolytes too. So that really helped because, you know, it's a lot, you know, going from Michigan and then you're in California and then you're in Arizona. And yeah, they had a hard time just dealing with the you know, getting pretty airsick or whatever they call it. So yeah. So anyway, yeah. So this guy Bill, he assembled a Mr. Potato Head in just 4.3 seconds. 4.63 seconds. So think about it, Mr. Potato Head. How many had the Mr. Potato Head had the toy in their when they were growing up? I'm sure I did. I'm sure we did, because in the 50s, 60s, Mr. Potato Head was really popular, and I'm almost positive. So Mr. Potato Head came with a base, 2 arms, 2 ears, 2 eyes, 1 nose, a mouth with teeth, 1 tongue, a mustache, and a hat. So this dude here put all that together in 4.63 seconds. I'm like, people do weird stuff, right? So I thought I would get on the topic of Mr. Potato Head. I thought it was kind of fun. So Hasbro, the company that makes Potato Head, made the brand gender neutral by dropping the Mr. from its name in 2021. So they want to make it neutral, so it was just Potato Head, okay? Not Mr. Potato Head, just Potato Head, all right? So we got to get that out of the way, right? But they said that it's still 1 ionic spud. And a vintage potato head typically ranges from, don't mind me with my blowing my nose here. A vintage potato head typically ranges for $20 to $150, depending on age, condition, and completeness. So that's pretty cool, right? They're worth some money. Oh my gosh, they are worth some money, dudes. Man, oh man. So the Mr. Potato Head probably asking, well, when was Potato Head? When was he born? You know, when did he spud out, right? Mr. Potato Head was invented in 1949 by Brooklyn toy designer George Lerner. However, it wasn't officially manufactured or sold in stores until 1952, when it was picked up and distributed by Hassenfeld Brothers, known as Hasbro. So we all grew up with Hasbro. You know, that was a family name, right? Hasbro. When you go to the toy store, right? That's at Christmas time. Hasbro was all over the place. Commercials, everything was Hasbro. So it says the TV history in 1952, the kit became the first toy ever to be advertised on TV, sold over 1 million units in the first year. Who would have thought, right? These guys are billionaires. And the thing is, they're still selling them. They're still out there at the stores. So talk about job security for all the potato head assemblers, right? Potato heads that they have to assemble the potato heads, and package them and everything. Besides maybe robots taking over, but I'm sure it's like, yeah, that's a good company to work for, I guess, right? And I think from what I read, they moved their factory to Boston, Massachusetts, for whatever that means. So, see, I've been writing look at this. I've been writing like a crazy lady all afternoon. And you know me, when I do my show, it's a few hours of writing, but it's okay because it's good for, keeps me busy, keeps my brain busy or whatever. So yeah, we're just doing a little history on Mr. Potato Head tonight. And then we're going to get into all things summer. Okay, we're going to get into that, all things summer, because we're getting into summer. It's June now. And so we're going to talk about happy things, growing up in the summertime and all the things summer. So Mr. Potato Head, it has to say Potato Head. It's not Mr. Potato Head anymore. Potato Head stopped using real potatoes in 1964. I didn't know this. This is so funny because the original 1952 kits only contained push-in facial parts. So children had to supply their own vegetables. Boy, I bet potatoes are flying off the shelf then, right? Buy bags of potatoes so the kids could make potato heads. Well, the problem is the kids were making these pre-made holes, and the potatoes, the kids would make the potatoes and leave them in their bedroom or throw them underneath the bed. And what do you think? Nothing worse than a rotting potato smell, right? That is the most awful, awful smell ever, is a rotten potato. And oh my gosh. If I usually buy like the little bags of the mini potatoes, the little round golden ones. I like the golden potatoes, the little round ones in the bag, because I don't eat up the potatoes fast enough. So then they go bad. And then, I don't know, how do you store potatoes? Everybody in the chat. Do you store your potatoes in the fridge? How do you store them on the counter? Do you have a special place for them, or where do you store your potatoes so they don't go bad so fast? I used to buy the red potatoes, and then I went to the golden ones, the mini ones. I like the mini potatoes. Those are good. Especially they're so good when you make a pot roast, when you make a pot roast. But yeah, so they said that they had to do stricter safety regulations regarding sharp pieces too. So store mine at Cookout. Okay, you store yours at Cookout. Some people store the potatoes in the fridge. They store them in the fridge. So I don't know what's the proper way to store them. Maybe Munchkin knows, or Scooby, the proper way to store potatoes so they don't go bad. When I buy the mini ones, the little bag mini ones at Aldi's, I just put them in the fridge. I keep them in the fridge. They seem to, because if I buy the big bags, the 5-pound bags of big potatoes, within a week, those suckers are sprouting everywhere, right? They're growing arms and legs and everything else. And then they start smelling bad. So I have to go and I just get the little potatoes. It's just me, So, so that is your story about Mr. Potato Head. And there was one thing that I read here that they asked if Mr. Potato Head was married, and he was. And let's see if I can find it. I wrote it down what his wife's name was. I got it right here. They are still married. Mr. Potato Head is still married to Mrs. Potato Head. And you know what he calls her? I love this. He calls her Sweet Potato. So we have Mr. Potato Head, and Sweet Potato. I love sweet potatoes. I think they're really good. I thought that was super cute. Super, super cute. So let's see. We have another little story here. And then we're going to get into everything summer. I'm so excited. Welcome, welcome. I'm Paramount USA. And you're at Liindy's Treehouse. And I'm here every Thursday night. Thankful Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button and hit the notifications so you don't miss the show. And I want to thank all my subscribers, my new and old subscribers. I so appreciate every one of you. And I appreciate all my viewers watching the show, because it's always nice you can watch it later. Because, but like in California, what is it? It's going on 6 o'clock or something, right? 3 hours difference in California. So that's okay. So Robert's usually just getting home from work, and usually he's playing basketball with the boys or whatever. So Brighton graduated last night. My grandson, congratulations, Brighton. So proud of him. I'm proud of all my boys. Callan, I think Callan just graduated from 6th grade. So I think he's going into junior high next year already. Little Callan, my little Callan. Yes, my grandson. I'm so proud of my boys. They're awesome. And it's nice because I can, live stream Robert's Church every Wednesday night. And I get to see, see all my boys. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah. So I'm keeping up with the chat. And I know you guys are listening and everything. So we have another one here, another new news to me. So see, I got to throw it everywhere here. It's called Bird Block's truck sale. A Kansas car buyer had to wait to collect a new F-250 pickup truck because a robin built a nest right on the truck's tire. And I didn't know this, but because active nests are federally protected, the dealership had to let the eggs hatch before anyone could move the vehicle. What the heck? I've never heard of that. Rockin' Robin, right? Wow. So they had to wait for him to hatch those little robin eggs and before he could take the vehicle home. Well, yeah, you didn't. I wonder how many states have their, have a bird that they protect, right? It's federally protected, the robin in Kansas. Kansas had some rough weather too. I was watching the Weather Channel, not the weather. My Storm Chasers, and they're storm chasing in Kansas, and the weather was just going crazy. I think we're gonna have a beautiful night. if the clouds stay away, we're going to have the, what do they call that? When the sky turns all purple and everything. We're going to, I might see my first one tonight. What is it, Will? What is it called? You know, when you see like the purple and all the different colors in the sky. I can't think because I've got all this going on in my brain with all my notes and everything. Aurora? Is it Aurora? I think it's Aurora. I think they call it Aurora. Aurora. Yes, Aurora. That's how I say it, Aurora. It's not like a parrot. Aurora. Oh my God, I laugh at myself. You gotta laugh at yourself, right? Because if you don't, you know, it'd be pretty sad. So you gotta laugh at yourself. Because I do some crazy stuff sometimes. You know that. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. Yes. Let's see. Okay, so we already got that. So now we're going to talk everything summer. And what is summer to you? What is summer to you, everybody? Yes. Well, summer to me is, okay, I'm going to switch hats here real quick, is bucket hat, right? You got to wear your bucket hat for the summer. So I changed my hat real quick. I don't even know if I have it on backwards. I guess you could wear it you probably could wear it anyways, right? But you wear the bucket hat. My son Ryan bought this bucket hat for me last year or the year before. So I said I wanted a bucket hat. So this is like summer, right? Yep. Gotta wear the bucket hat. Yep. So everybody has to go out and get a bucket hat. But in the meantime, you know, still like my cowboy hats, all my hair and my face. Yes, here I am. So yeah, so you saw my bucket hat. I love bucket hats. I think they're super cute. I need to get more. I need to get another one because they're so fun to wear. Maybe to wear it when I go to the bayfront, right? So everything summer. We're going to talk about everything summer. So everything summer is flowers, longer days, warmer evenings. What is everything summer to you? What is summer to you? What are some things that remind you of summer? What are some things you did when you were growing up that you always look forward to summer? I loved it when school was out, right? And you could sleep in every day. The last day of school. School's out for the summer. Remember that? Yeah, Alice Cooper. Yeah, that song was the coolest to listen to or whatever to sing, right? I graduated June 4th. I think it was June 4th, something like that. And I graduated in 1973. Yes, I did. I graduated in 1973. I'm ancient. I'm ancient as they come. Yeah. And I remember, the summer graduation or whatever. 1973, that's a long time. That's a long time ago. Seems like yesterday, though. Hope you can see me. The sun's starting to go down and all that stuff. And okay, so number 2 is the smell of sunscreen, cut grass, sound of katydids, and taste of fresh fruit. I think nectarines. This time of the year, isn't this the time of the year to buy nectarines? I'm not big on eating peaches as fruit, but I love the nectarines. When they are really juicy, so good for you. I love nectarines. And I'm just going to have to get out to the grocery store and pick me up some nectarines. I just think, I don't even know how much they are now. I haven't bought them like forever, you know. And some of the little fruit, sorted fruit trays and all that, really good. But you got it. Thing is, with their sorted fruit trays, you have to eat them up really fast. So we got, let's see. Oh yeah, I'm still going here because we're talking beach days, right? We have hiking, lake swims, camping, lots of paramotor flights. We got to put paramotor flights in there. Lots of flying this summer. Sunrise and sunsets, water balloon fights, slip and slides, sprinklers. I used to love to run through the sprinkler. That was fun, right? Oh my gosh. Flip flops, putting on your favorite flip flops. Find a friend with a pool. And befriend a friend. Yes, befriend a friend that has a pool. Be their friend for the summer. And then after the summer, say, see you next summer. Thanks a lot. Thanks for letting me jump in your pool. We always had an above ground pool when I was growing up. We always did. We always had a pool in our yard. Very, very blessed. And we even had a doggy who used to jump in the pool with us. My dad built like a platform so that we could, jump in the pool. And he made a little dressing room in the garage so we weren't running in the house in our wet clothes. So we could change our clothes in the garage, in the little, he made a little dressing room in there for us. And wiffle ball. I was thinking about that today, wiffle ball, but I could picture it, but I couldn't remember the name. Croquet was a good one too, right? Croquet was always really fun to play in the yard. And badminton, wiffle ball, badminton. That was a fun thing to play too. Then truth or dare in the evening. Yes. Truth or dare, or Red Rover, or Mother May I, right? Yep. And we were allowed to play in the front yard. When we were younger, we could play, even if it started getting dark, as long as my mom could hear us in the front yard, we were allowed to play in the front yard. During the day, a lot of, we were allowed, if it was raining, we could play down in the basement. We played down in the basement. And we always we stayed pretty entertained, we stayed pretty entertained because we didn't have all this technology we have now. So we had to, the nice days was roller skating, right? I had a pair of roller skates with a key. Yes. I used to roller skate. And we could play in the front yard and it was okay. But if we went to a friend's house and the street lights came on, right? Once the street lights came on, it'd be like 9:30 or whatever. We had to be home. You had to make sure that you came home. And if it was a little bit later, you had to call your mom, and say, Mom, can I stay at my friend's house for a little longer or whatever? And then sometimes her mom or dad, my friend's mom or dad would walk me home, make sure that I got home safe. But you didn't have to worry, We used to we'd go down like a block and a half and go to, I wish my sisters was in here in the chat, but we would walk to the drugstore, right? And we'd cross a busy street too. Didn't think nothing of it. And it was like a block and a half. We'd walk, in the summer to go get our creamsicles or whatever from, and we always knew everybody's name we always knew everybody's name in the drugstore, that when we walk in, you don't have to worry about anybody stealing stuff or anything. And just the whole atmosphere, my mom would give us a couple dollars, right? And we go get our ice cream or whatnot. Lots of good memories. The water balloon fights, the slip and slide, right? Slip and slide. I'm afraid if I tried to do slip and slide now, I'd slip and slide from here to Alaska probably. My whole 108 pounds, right? I'd be gone. I can't imagine. Or somebody would have to help me up because I wouldn't be able to get up. There's no way. So now I'm going to ask you, put some more things in the chat, like your best memories of summertime. It's a slip and break hip now. No kidding. Yeah, exactly. Slip and break hip now. Yeah. I go on my bike every day because it really helps helps my balance. It really does. It really makes a difference. And even with walking, I felt a lot healthier yesterday walking at the Bayfront than I have in a long time, just getting on that bike every day. I had a lot of energy, and I wasn't like all tired out walking. Even when I got done walking, I felt really good. But the perfect weather to walk in is when it's in the 70s. I don't like to walk when it's like hot, super hot, or super cold. It has to be right in between. And yesterday there was a beautiful breeze. I walked down to my favorite little bridge that you've seen pictures on Facebook, and it was like a little cove. I call it my little cove, and it's kind of, to me, it was like a hidden gem, right? And it's been there forever. And I think it's right next to a little river that people like to fish or whatever. But I think a lot of people just walk right by it, and that was my favorite thing, to stop at that little bridge and take some pictures and everything. And the hip. Yes, the hip. Yeah, that's okay. Doggone it. I like when you said that. Dad, gummit. I like that, Scuba. Dad, gummit. The hips. Ugh. So I was laughing at that. No, I got off track. got off track or whatever. My little bridge. When we had the ice storm, right, in 2025, the one little place, kind of a swampy area or whatever, but it was so beautiful. They had a big willow tree, hanging down and everything. And remember, a lot of you probably saw on Facebook. I still have pictures of it, and it was just beautiful. And then sometimes I'd see turtles down there, swimming around or whatever. And I absolutely loved it. And when the ice storm hit, right, and I went back after the ice storm and everything, that whole area, the trees were all just destroyed. Just broke my heart. It was so, so sad, because there's a lot of wildlife in there, in that water and everything. And I went back yesterday. Like I said, I went back yesterday to look at it to see if they did anything with it. I couldn't even go on the bridge. The water was so high from the river, the water was so high that it went right over the bridge. And I just hope they fix it. I hope they fix it. Greg Laney's in the house. Hey, Greg Laney. Welcome, dude. Welcome, Greg Laney. Make sure you grab a beanbag. Thank you. Greg Laney says, hey, all my phonies, not letting me type symbols. I have to say hello old school style. Oh, really? It's not letting you put emojis in there? Or symbols, huh? Okay, I know. Just finished. Oh, you just finished disc golf. Good for you, Greg. I bet you're getting really good at it. Disc golf is fun. You got to really, it takes a lot of practice, a lot of skill to be a good disc golfer. Yes, it really does. My son, I told you, Ryan, he loves it. He absolutely loves it. So now I'm going to ask really quick, okay? Because let's see, 9:07. Okay, all right. I know you're not supposed to say the time or whatever. Oh yeah, another note. You probably noticed on my thumbnail, when you open up, and I was typing in when I get the show ready, I type in the description, right? And I have to put the title. I have to type in the title, and I put Liindy's Treehouse, not realizing that I put two I's. And I was like, oh no, they're going to think, I changed the name. I had Liindys Treehouse, Liindy's Treehouse. That was funny. I saw that and I'm like, oh, too late now. So I couldn't change it or whatever. But I thought you'd get a good laugh at it if you saw that on there or whatever, that I had a typo on my, the show name, Liindy, Liindys. So I must have had a heavy finger, when I was typing yesterday, trying to set everything up. So it happens, you know, even professionals like me, we make mistakes, right? So, Greg Lane says, I'm not good, just less bad. Oh, there you go. There you go. No, it's fun, especially when you get a hole in one, right? What do they call it? No, what do they call it? When you get the disc in the basket. What do they call it? What's it called? What's it called? When you make the, is it a hole in one? What do they call it? I should know that. I should really know that. A Nance? They call it a Nance? I didn't know that. Huh. So you see my painting up here. I kept this painting up here because I like the painting because it's very soothing, because it looks so peaceful, right? And Will Fly said, lucky SOB. You know, I want to do, I think this summer me and my daughter-in-law, we're going to go goofy golfing, right? Goofy golf? Putter golf, putting golf, putty golf, whatever they call it. They got a really cool place. Oh yeah, par. Yeah, I'm happy for par. There you go. There you go. Yeah, we've got miniature golf. Miniature golf. I haven't done that like in years. I think that'd be fun. So they got a really nice miniature golf place up here. So that's another summer thing, right? Miniature golf. Yeah, I think that's really cool. All right. Now I'm going to ask y'all, and you got to listen, okay? Everybody in the chat, you got to listen, okay? I'm going to ask you, which one are you? Which one do you think you are? Okay? All right, number one. You got to listen really close, and I'll say it a couple times, whatever. Number one is, I'm radiant, magnetic, and fully aligned with my highest summer timeline, okay? Or number two, opportunities bloom for me as easily as summer flowers. That's number two. Number three, I attract joy, adventure, and abundance with lighthearted ease. Okay. Number four, my energy is warm, expensive, and unstoppable. Or number five, everything is working out for me in beautiful and unexpected ways this summer. So which one do you think you got? Which one do you think you are? Are you number one? You're the I am radiant. Are you number two, the opportunities? Are you number three, I attract joy? Are you number four, my energy is warm, expensive, and unstoppable? Or expensive, yeah. And number five, everything is working out for me. So which one are you? Will Fly said, okay. Howdy. Will Fly said howdy. And let's see, Scuba says three, I think. Okay, I love this. Thank you. Scuba says that he says, I attract adventure and abundance with lighthearted ease. Yeah, that is you. Yeah, that is you, Scooby. Good choice. Yeah, I like that. Which one do you think I am? Which one do you think I am? You think I'm the radiant, magnetic, or am I the opportunities bloom for me? Am I I attract joy? Am my energy is warm? Or number five, everything is working out for me? Which one do you think I am? And I'll tell you what I think I am. I think, I want to see what everybody thinks they are. Okay, let's see. You got, Suba says you got the opportunities for sure. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Opportunities bloom for me as easily as summer flowers. Okay. And Will Fly says attracts joy. Okay. Is that you or is that me attracts joy, Will Fly? Is that, you think that you attract joy? Is that what you're saying? Because I know you guys, I asked you about what you think who I am. I like your answers though. This is so fun. I like your answers because that's what Liindy's Treehouse is about. Will Fly, that's you. Okay, which one is, thank you. Which one do you think you are, Will Fly? Do you think you're radiant? Opportunist? I want to say, not opportunity, but I can't even say opportunist or something like that. Or are you attract joy? Are you my energy is warm? Or are you everything's working out for me? Which one are you? Which one are you, Will Fly? I like your answers. I love the answers. Yes. Which one? Will Fly says, gosh, I have no idea. I think, Will Fly, that you are, let's see. I think, let's see. I think Will Fly is, your energy is warm, expansive, and unstoppable. That's what I think. That's you. That's you. Your energy. Because you have to have that energy for taking care of all those wieners, right? Yeah, because they keep you going. So they really keep you going. Is there a PIA option? PIA option. I like your answers though, everybody. I do. I love your answers. Let's see. All right. So we're going to close this pretty soon, but this is fun. This is really fun. Everything, let's see. I would say Greg Laney is, everything is working out for me in beautiful, unexpected ways this summer. I think that's Greg. I think that's Greg Laney. Yes. And I think Munchkin is, I am radiant, magnetic, and fully aligned with my highest summer timeline. I think that's, yeah. I think that's Munchkin. I think that's Munchkin. And Scuba says number 6. There's no number 6. It'd be a number 5. Everything is working out for me. So you mean number 5? Everything is working out for me, Scuba? Greg Langs, hope so. That sounds good to me. Okay, cool. All right. All right, now we're going to get into, let's see. We're just about done here because I was talking about all the summer things, everything summer, right? And so all the summer bugs. I talked about, remember last week when the black flies were really bad this year and the gnats. No, number 6 for Will Fly, right above that. Let's see. Will Fly, let's see. My energy is warm, expensive, unstoppable. Munchkin bursts into flames in the sun. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you gotta be careful. I love it. Munchkin bursts into flames in the sun. It's hot out there. It is hot. Will Fly said, Will Fly's laughing. So we have all the bugs, right? So this is the bugs we have to deal with all summer. Mosquitoes, ants, flies, bees, wasps, hornets, ticks, fleas, cockroaches, spiders, June bugs. And then you have the butterflies, the moths, which are the pollinators, ladybugs, pollinators, dragonflies that eat mosquitoes, grasshoppers, katydids, and crickets. So all of these came out. And I love my apartment because I have to rob bugs like I did in my other apartment, because when I had that window AC, right, the bugs could get in they would get into the AC, come in through the AC. And I always had these creepy little bugs in my room. So crazy. I don't like bugs. And I told you yesterday walking at the bayfront, and I swallowed a bug, a gnat. I literally had to spit it out. It was horrible. Scuba says, fleas I haven't had to deal with in forever, but ticks are yes. And yep. And John said, Cowboy says CIA bugs. Yeah, I just I'm not a big fan of the black flies because, like I said, just sitting outside at my daughter-in-law's a couple weeks ago, that bit the crap out of me, and they hurt, and it takes days and days for that to finally start going away, and the stinging and all that. No fun at all. But enough about that, because I don't want you all to get buggy on me. So so I'm going to talk about popular movies that came out in the summer of 1970 to 1980. So we had Jaws, 1975, Star Wars, 1977, Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981, Ghostbusters, 1984. I feel old now. Back to the Future came out in 1985. Summer vibes and musicals was American Graffiti, 1973, Grease was 1978, Ghostbusters, 1984, Top Gun, 1986, and then Sci-Fi was Alien, 1979, and The Empire Strikes Back, 1980. So we had some really cool summer movies that came out when we was all youngins, right? Yeah, in the 1970s and the 80s. We had some really fun movies, a lot of fun movies. Grease, remember Grease came out in 1978. 78? Seriously? I can't believe it's been out that long. John said, Cowboy says black flies and no CN. Yes. Yeah, the black flies are like they're like vampires. Honestly, they hurt. And you don't even know they're biting you. I didn't even know I was getting bit, you know. It was horrible. So yeah, so that is our summer thing or whatever. And then I have my beach bag. Look at this cool beach bag my sis bought me. My sis Judy bought me a really cute beach bag when we had Sisters Weekend. I think it was last year or the year before. But, oh wait, no, you know what? No, my sis didn't buy this for me. I bought this for me. That's right. I bought this at the Dollar Tree for $5 last summer. That's what it was. How cute is this, right? I was thinking my sis bought because she buys me a lot of stuff. But yeah, is this cute, right? Right, Munchkin? For $5? Yeah, at the Dollar Tree. I bought it last year. And I think it was way worth the money. It's made really nice. You know, look, it's got the the rope handles on it and everything. I just think it's super cute. So I have foodie socks inside here to give away a pair of foodie socks tonight. Do you want me to do the spinny winnie with you guys? I mean, I have to do something. I know it's just it's just us right now or whatever. But I'm going to give away a pair of foodie socks. What do you think? Let's do it, and then we'll call it a night. Yeah, and you guys can talk about the movies or whatever. I'm going to write down a name here, and I might have to put my other kitchen light on so I can see. It's getting darker and darker here by the minute, and this eats hair. I just want you to know this eats hair. So let me see. So Bill H can't win anything because he's not here, but we can put, we're going to put Cowboy on here. Munchkin, because I want to give away a pair of socks tonight. And then we've got Will Fly. So we're going to go Will Fly. I'm kind of spreading these out here. And then we got Greg Laney. So let's say Greg Laney. And let's see, what do we got? Munchkin. And then we got Scooby. So we'll put Scooby-Doo over here. Scooby. All right. I think we got everybody, right? We got Greg Laney, Scooby, Munchkin, Cowboy, and Will Fly, right? I got everybody on here. I don't want to miss anybody. Hey, didn't see Munchkin in the chat. I don't think she's here. Munchkin, say hi in the chat. Say hi in the chat, Munchkin. I got you on the board. She is listening with me. Okay. She's got, just have her say hi in the chat. So she's in the site. Because then it helps with my, what do you call that? What do they have on Facebook with an A? It helps my arrhythmia or whatever it's called. Says you, Scuba. Yep, I see. Okay. Well, I got Munchkin on here. There we go. Munchkin. Hi, Munchkin. Good Lord. See, if they didn't see your name on there, they'd be like, no, you have to be, yeah, thank you. Algothorium. Arrhythmia. I told you. I can't even pronounce words anymore. Arrhythmia. Algothorium. Yeah, that's how I say it. I have my own language. I do. So, all right, let's get on with the show because I want to give a pair of foodie socks. Will Fly says, okay, then guess she's can enter. Wait, she's using the same internet connection though. Let's go. Oh, wow. Okay, now I'm laughing. Oh my gosh. Will Fly. He's like the supervisor on here, right? He's like the supervisor. Oh, this is so fun. Algorithm. Yeah, algorithm. Yes, whatever it is, I don't like it on the Facebook. So, all right, you ready? We're going to spin it, and then you're going to get your choice of a foodie socks, a pair of foodie socks tonight, okay? And Munchkin's laughing. We are in the same household. Rigged. Think music. Okay, as my hair spins around, right? Because I told you, these little pins here, they eat hair. They like hair. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's see who's going to win the foodie socks tonight. They can choose. I don't have any other socks in the beach bag except foodie socks, okay? Foody socks. Because, and then like I told you, next week, I'm going to, next month, we're going to celebrate the 250th anniversary because of the 4th of July of America. And I'm going to give away a koozie one koozie every show. I got to order them. Linda makes algorithm sound like a mental medication. It is. That's true. I can't say, it's hard for me to say it. I'll have to practice that. Yes. The algorithm, I can get the first part of the word, but then the rest of the word, looks like I have marbles in my mouth. Try them side effects. Yeah, there you go. All right. Okay, you ready? We're going to spin it. Let's do this. Greg Laney. Winner, chicken dinner. Greg Laney, you have your choice of foodie socks tonight. Congratulations. Winner, chicken dinner. Greg Laney wins. All right, Greg Laney. I've got a ton of foodie socks here. So you're going to have to decide what you want. All right, Greg Laney, got to pay attention now. All right. This is so fun. Okay, we have Egos. Okay. All right, Egos. My beach bag's full. We have another pair of Airheads. Anybody that's watching, you can't win. You can't, if you're not in the chat, you can't win stuff. So you have to be in the chat. You got to be present. Goody and the both. Yes. So we have these, right? Okay, Airheads. All right. And Greg's going to tell me what he likes. We have Good Burgers. Okay. We've got Funyuns socks. Pretty fun. I told you I got a bunch of them in here. We got Top Ramen. Kind of cute. Little Top Ramen socks. Okay. Got that. And we got some more Top Ramen. Depends on what style you want. And Greg is listening because he's not sure what he wants. Heinz ketchup. Okay, kind of cool. These are like so super cute. Molly's helping. She's watching. Hot tamales. These are kind of cool. Hot tamales. Greg says all choices are fantastic. I know. I personally like the hot tamales. And we have ding dongs. Ding dongs are cool. See, they're all very colorful. And next week we'll give one a pair of foodie socks. Like next week too. We got Pez, and we got Pringles. Okay, and I still got. Look at these Doritos. Got Doritos. Let's see. Scuba says I need ketchup socks and mustard. There you go. And I think. Oh, yeah. And then, Greg Laney, I'm going to throw in some stickers that, some fun stickers that Munchkin and Scooby donated a while back. So I'm going to start throwing some of these stickers in the socks, too, along with the candy, Airhead candy. So we got some really cool stickers, too. I have to watch, though. I can't really show them too much because Molly sees a sticker and she likes to eat them. But yeah, so they're kind of cool little stickers. They have sayings on them, like this one here. Let's see. It says, I don't know. I can't read. Oh, undiagnosed. But see, and you get these little stickers. So I'm going to put those in there. The stickers are hilarious. Yes. Greg Lace, thanks. I couldn't have made it to the top without your support. All right. So Greg Laney, what did you decide? What socks would you like? What food socks would you like? Are you like a chip man? You like the Doritos, Pringles, Pez, ding dongs, ho hos, whatever. Drum roll, please. Yes. Top Ramen. Which one? The Funyuns. You want the ding dongs? Okay, ding dongs. All right, Greg Laney, you are the proud winner chicken dinner of the ding dong socks. Kind of like my show tonight. The Ding Dong Show, yes. And yes, I'm going to order those koozies. And like I said, they're really cool. And I'm going to order the koozies. And then next month, because they'll be really inexpensive to mail too, right? And so then every week next month to celebrate 250th anniversary of America, I'll give away a koozie, okay? So I'm going to say thank you very much, everybody, for stopping by the show tonight. And I got your address, Greg Laney. And if I don't, you can DM me. You can go ahead and DM me your address again. That's fine. So I have it. So I get the right address, right? And then I'll make a trip to the post office and do all that. But I'll probably, because I'm going to go ahead and next week, we'll give away another pair of socks, and then I'll kind of bundle up, the packages or whatever and get to the post office. So I like to do that like in another week or so. I'll get it out to you because you know me. So that's it. That is it. So don't forget, you got to get up every morning, put a smile on your face, and show the world all the love in your heart, and people are going to treat you better you're going to find, yes, you will. You will find that. So I want to say real quick, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching the live stream tonight. It was so much fun chatting with you all, reading your comments, and spending this time with you together, whether you're a regular or was it your first time. I'm truly grateful and that you chose to be here. And don't forget, tomorrow night we have Scuba Vapes with Munchkin, his lovely wife Munchkin. So we got Scuba Vapes, Scuba's Hangout tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. So make sure you check out his show, subscribe. And so I'm going to read this really quick, and then I'm going to say goodnight, because I always have my favorite thing to read. And I did put a paper clip on here so that I know what I want to read. Here it is. Okay. This is my what are you saying? Good night kind of thing, or whatever I was reading the last thing of the night. A life well lived is simple contemplation of days well spent. So I'll gather around, like we're gathering around the fire pit right now, right? Everybody's chilling. You're going to accomplish so much in all the years ahead just by making sure that you try to do at least one memorable and meaningful, fun, or fulfilling thing before the setting of each sun. And remember that it really is within the reach of everyone to become independently wealthy in the most gratifying way. All you have to do is treasure every single day. So, yes, please treasure every single day that the good Lord gives us, right? Because, yeah, you never know. You're here one day, gone the next, right? And please say a prayer for Jordan Sheely. Say a prayer for the family tonight. Keep them strong, because there's just a lot going on right now. And and I'll say some prayers for my ex-husband, who's going to have to start. We're going to do some surgery, and they're going to have to start chemo soon. And it breaks my heart. But that's the boy's dad, Ryan Roberts' dad. And they're having a tough time with that as it is, though. But thank you, chatters. I appreciate every one of you for hanging out with me tonight, and all my shenanigans and everything. And congratulations to our winner chicken dinner. Greg Laney won the socks, and Scooby-Doo, he got the hammock. He got the hammock tonight. Yes, because I bought a hammock. And yes, so I hope you all enjoyed tonight. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Liindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you hit the subscribe, hit the notifications so you don't miss the show, and hit the like button, and tell your friends to watch the show. Make sure you share it if you want to. Say, hey, you got to check out this show. Tell them subscribe. We always have a really good time here. And God bless you all. Say your prayers. Just be kind to each other. Much love. And I'll see you all next week. Or if I don't see you on the air, I'll see you in the air. There you go. Big hearts to Robert, if Robert's listening, because I did send him to the link tonight. So if I don't see you on the air, I'll see you in the air, right? Be safe, everybody, when you're out there flying, okay? I want you all back here next Thursday. And we'll give away another pair of socks, foodie socks. All the other socks I had, we're going to save those for the winter time. And we're just going to give away foodie socks every week, because I have like tons of them. And I thank everybody for their donations, for donating socks and stickers and all that good stuff. I couldn't do it without you. So, all right, y'all be good to each other. I'll see you in the chat on Scuba Vapes tomorrow night with his lovely wife, Munchkin. I love you, Munchkin. Much love, girlfriend. And I'm glad we could enjoy the show, right? I'm glad we could let's see, enjoy this time together. Who used to sing that? Was that Carol Burnett show? The Carol Burnett? I love her. Yes. She's the best because Carol Burnett said, one day I watched something in one of her reels, and she said, the only way that I'll get married, she said, because I love my space, I love to sleep in my bed alone, whatever. She said, if I were ever to get married, she said, he would have to live next door. And I cracked up. And I said, I like this lady. I like this lady. Nothing wrong with that, right? All right. I'm going. I promise. Love y'all. Have a great evening, okay? Be safe out there. Much love. Say your prayers. Jesus loves you. Bye, everybody. We're going to end the stream. Bye-bye. Here we go.